Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to tell y'all the story of when I blacked out. Yeah, so, hey, so, in this video I'm going to, tell y'all the story time of how I blacked out at school. So, even though this is a story, this really did happen to me and everything like that. I'm not going to say no names, and because I'm not going to say no names because I don't want y'all to think that it was this person's fault or this person's fault. So So I so it was one day on a Wednesday. It was when I was in lower school, which is elementary school. But in my school we called it lower school. Lower school, middle school, high school and post high school. So it was my third, fourth year going to that school, going to Avimount School. I was still in lower school. So it was one day on a Wednesday I had PT, me, which is physical therapy, and OT, which is occupational therapy. So that it looks so scary outside. I'm going to show you after this video, but it looks, that's why it's dark now, because it's 11:51, almost 12 o'clock, but it's been raining on and off. Yeah, you read that? Yeah, you read that. But anyway, that time I had OT, which is occupational therapy. Will this teacher, not going to say the name, picks me up, goes to my classroom and picks me up to go up to OT, the OT room. So the OT room was everybody's dream because it had bars up there, swings up there. Basically, it was like a sensory room. It had bars up there to bounce on, swings up there, and little bench area where you can play your games and everything like that. So, yeah. So I was up there, and since my thin friend, she's not my friend now, but since my thin friend wasn't there for like few days before that day, she had to do OD with me. We had to join OD class with each other. I was mad because I wasn't really friends with her, and she wanted to be friends with me, but she was that kind of person that always lied to make herself look good and lie about her life, to make people think that her life is better than what it is. I can't stand those kind of people. So I had my OT time with her in the OT room. So while I was doing, the teacher hang up this big old swing. So it literally was like, if I been this, it literally was like this. The do things and then you sit in the middle of it and you swing back and forth, back and forth. So they didn't put it up right. So because in for your information, no, I didn't fall because I was fat. No, because the string held up to 600 pounds. I'm not close to no 600 pounds. So, anyway, I was shrinking kinda high, and I remembered what before I fell, I say, look at me, to Miss, not going to say her name. Let me say let me make up the name for Miss Apple, because I did have a teacher named Miss Apple. My speech teacher 1 year named Miss Apple. That was her last name, Miss Apple, and people was making sorry, but people was making, like, students was making fun of her name. Not me. I never make fun of nobody's name, even in the face. I probably make fun of the name elsewhere, but not in the face. So people was making fun of her name. Her name was Miss Apple. But anyway, let's call my OT teacher Miss Lucas. That's not a girl's name. I mean, Miss Samantha. Yeah. So Miss Samantha. So I told Miss Samantha, look how high I'm shrinking, and Miss Samantha said, yeah, I see. You should core body strength to, like, move your legs, because at that time I still didn't know how to, like, really push myself on a shrink, and how to operate my legs, like, on a shrink. So then after that, all I remember was I went up in the air and I fell, and they say I did an somersault on my forehead, and then the whole floor is marble. So they say I just fell on my forehead and fell, and I blacked out. And I remember that the nurses was trying to wake me up. So they was tickling me on my feet, because my mom, they called my mom, because for every incident like that they had automatically had to call your parents. So they called my mom, and my mom said that basically, come, she had fallen and she blacked out how to wake her up. and my ridiculous spot is on my feet. My ridiculous spot is on my feet. So they took my socks and they took my shoes off and was tickling my feet. So I didn't have no socks on because I hate wearing socks. And I still do. Hate I hate wearing socks with shoes. I don't know. I think that's like a sensory thing or whatever. But I hate wearing socks with shoes. I can wear socks, but I just don't like wearing socks with my shoes on. So anyway, they started tickling that area of my feet. I started waking up a little bit, but I kept on going in and out of like consciousness. So then I blacked out, and then when I woke up, I was in a dark. No, I kept on basically I kept on going in and out of consciousness, but when I come out of consciousness, I will one I was in a room. So I say, okay, I'm in the nurse room. And then the nurse was over me, looking really like this me, and then because I was laying on my back, I wasn't propped up or nothing like that. I was laying on my back, and they say I'm going to turn the lights off so your eyes can adjust, and they turned the light off. They closed the door, and then um, I was like still going in and out of consciousness. And then one time when I went out, I woke up, whatever, I had to fart. So I thought no one was in the room with me but me. So I farted so loud, and then I just heard someone next to me say, and then I just didn't want to move my head and everything like that. So my teacher, I will name her name because she sadly passed away. But my teacher, Miss Herrera, she was Spanish, Miss Herrera. Didn't know how to pronounce her name, but it was a hard name to pronounce. But sadly, she passed away like a couple days after she got married. She passed away. But anyway, she was in the hospital. She was in the room with me. So then, at the same time, my mom and Wayne came in and everything like that at the same time. And then the nurse came in and said, I have to call 911 because I don't want you to throw up in your mom's car. I don't want nothing bad to happen in your mom's car. I have I have to call 911. So I was crying. I remember I was crying and everything like that. And then she said, "Why are you crying?" All of the whole time she was this close to me. Like, imagine you laying down. Imagine you're like right here, and then a person talking to you this close. Imagine that. That's how she was talking to me. She was talking to me so close and everything like that. So I was crying and blah blah blah. She said, "Why you was crying? Why you crying? Why you crying?" And then I say, "Because I don't like the ambulance." Like that. So and then she said, "Yeah, but just don't want you to either throw up or black out in your mom's car again and everything like that." So anyway, I was like still really woozy, and the ambulance came, and I was really woozy when I came out the room, and I saw that cute EMD. I said, ooh, check you out, ooh. No, because he was so cute too, and they didn't pull the bed inside or even close to the thing, which I don't get because I'm like saying for a person that just fell and blacking in and out and dizzy as heck, you let me walk all the way from here, literally to here to get on the bed. So she say, "Can you walk?" I was about to say, "No, carry me," because he was so cute too. He was like in his 20s, whatever. And there was another EMD that wasn't cute as heck. But I say, "Oh, I'm checking you out." I'm checking you out, whatever. So after they got me strapped up in the bed, they wheeled me out, and thankfully it was after school hours. It was 4 o'clock. Yeah. So every student went home, and my teachers, I just know that the teacher said, and in my head I say, "Stop faking, stop acting like you miss me, stop acting like you hate for this to happen," whatever. So anyway, they rolled me out. They rolled me out to the outside. I was still out of it, but I was conscious, but out of it. And then after that, this little boy say, "Are you okay?" Literally in the sensitive voice, "Are you okay?" And then I say, "Yes, I'm okay." I say, "Yes, I'm okay." Yeah, and then he was going home with his father and everything like that. And then my mom couldn't ride with me in the ambulance, which distraught her. because she couldn't walk with me because she had to drive her truck to. She had to follow behind the ambulance to the hospital. So in the ambulance, I was crying. Woo-hoo, Pamela. So before we asked them not to turn on the um sounds because I hate loud noises and everything like that. So and I hate the lights too. So they say okay, but if it's traffic, we have to. So they say okay. So who rode with me was one of my head teachers rode with me. So she was trying to make me laugh, make jokes, but at the same time, I wasn't like paying attention to her. I was paying attention to crying because my mom wasn't in the car and everything was in the ambulance. She was behind the ambulance, but yeah. So anyway, the person that asks you what's the day, what's the date, what's the month, your name, whatever. She was asking me all that. I was just crying. I was just crying and everything like that. But she was asking me the month, what's the month, what's the day, what's the date, what's your name, where do you live? And literally, when she asks me, where do you live? I say, I'm not giving you my address, that's personal. No, I was crying from answer to answer, and then when she asks, where do you live? Your address, your zip code. I say, I'm not giving you my I'm not giving you my address. And so anyway, after we got to the hospital, they don't own the lots and the lots and the sirens just for me to heal it and everything like that. So the hospital I went to was racist as heck. They didn't do nothing for me. Like first of all, I didn't get a room, and yeah, I get that because I was only there basically I was only there to get rest, sober up like that. So I didn't get no room. I was outside in the hallway and everything like that. And secondly, they didn't check my hair. They didn't get me a CT scan to see if I had bleeding in my hair. Because I'm not saying y'all didn't know if I had bleeding in my hair or not. So when I got there, and all I went to the bathroom like 11 times, like literally, like, and the 10th time after I went to the bathroom, I was dizzy. I was still really extremely dizzy. So my mom had to come in the bathroom and everything like that. She needed to pull my pants down, position my butt to the toilet because I was highly dizzy. So one time, the 10th time I went to the bathroom, she was doing something I didn't know. I think she was checking her phone. Yeah, I think she was like checking her phone or putting her books down, whatever. But I already was. I had to pee, so I already, after she pulled my pants down, I already was starting to pee, and she finally looked up. She said, "Ah!" Uh, then she said, "Oh!" And then she quickly pushes in my butt because I wasn't peeing in the toilet. I was peeing on the floor and on the toilet seat, everything like that. And everything like that. So when we came out, we saw this another dude that he looked like he was shot or whatever. But anyway, when I'm nervous, I have to go to the bathroom like 11 or more times. Oh, it's Wendy. Oh, I thought it's me. So when I'm nervous, I have to go to the bathroom like really a lot of times. So I went to the bathroom. I went to the bathroom 11 times, and then when I came back to the bed, I slept. Now I don't know if it was good for a person that just fell and has anemia to sleep, but I slept and it was a good sleep. And I woke up probably an hour later, whatever. I woke up and my mom wasn't there, so I said, "Am I dreaming?" I shouldn't be dreaming because people is walking around and everything like that. So I finally saw my mom. She was talking to another patient mother. The little boy looked like he had a bad case of either the flu or food poisoning or whatever. But anyway, yeah, the doctor came and said, "You too. Now follow up, blah blah blah, blah blah blah." Okay. And then left, I say in my head, if I wasn't dizzy, I would jump off of this bed and not attack him, but talk to him. Yeah, but anyway, it was a racist hospital. Literally, it was really a racist hospital and everything like that. So that was the first time I went to the hospital. No, the first time was when I was 4 months old. I had pneumonia. And that is another story. So, like, comment, subscribe.